Namjin was sipping his herbal tea while watching the heavy rain and thunderstorm, a source of happiness for people and plants, but a destroyer for every tiny creature. He can feel the chill in his body due to the freezing cold temperature, but he could care less. A creepy but a confused smile was there on his face. He entered in this house and soon will turn this house into graveyard. It was a nice idea to take the name of that son of Gims. It made his work easy more than he thought. He can kill all of them in an instant, but the idea is not pleasing, as it won't burn the pain in his aching heart. He will give them the worst death by making their life this much painful that they will beg for their death and will regret everything what they did to their family. Namjoon was staring out of the window with anger and rage in his eyes. Due to the loud noise of rain and thunderstorms, he could not sense the presence of a guy behind him, who quickly grabbed the hands of Namjoon, who crushed the cup in his hands, spilling the hot tea on his hands. Jungkook quickly took the hand of the older, who was glaring at him with the hatred in his eyes, but the younger was too worried to notice that. Jihoon, how? Wait. Jungkook dashed outside the room, which made Namjoon come back in this world, and he scolded himself as soon he reminded that how he was looking at the younger. He can't get caught. That before he could think anything else, Jungkook came with the speed of light and asked him to sit on the bed, and then started to wipe his hand with tissues, and then started to apply the ointment on his hands. I mean to ask what happened with you. Namjoon smirked internally as he sensed the initiative of Younger to start a conversation with him. Don't know, maybe just some bullies. Jungkook took his hand while looking at Namjoon carefully. If you don't mind, Hyung, how come you look so different from the day I saw you at the cafe? Asked Jungkook, trying to come to the main point of his question. Namjoon had to quickly make up a lie in his mind. Actually, I'm also from an acting department. I recently transferred in your brother's university. And that too, I was going to play a role of rich businessman. Oh, Hyung, can I ask you one thing? That did you tell Jin Hyung about that incident? Jungkook was looking timidly at Namjoon, as he didn't want to let him know the seriousness of the matter. No, why would I do that? And it's okay. I also passed this phase. It's okay to just bunk sometime. No, Hyung, I was not bunk. Jungkook shut his mouth when he saw that the other one is not gonna buy his excuse. Namjoon hissed when Jungkook accidentally pressed hard on his head. Sorry, Hyung. It's okay. Jungkook went outside from Namjoon's room, and right after that, Namjoon made a call to his man and smirked when he got to know about the process of his plan. Yup, but just make sure to do everything naturally, so that he won't doubt on you. Let's just start to pop some fireworks in this beautiful house of Kim's. He himself don't know that after how much long time he goes some good sleep, and that too on enemy's back. It was now Namjoon's work to distract the Jin so he won't butt in his to fail his plan. Jungkook will be perfect prey. This morning, while Namjoon got to listen a real scolding in first time in his 19 years of life, and the reason was the most stupid. Like seriously, he just broke 2 bowls, but Jin made him sit and gave a lecture for 20 minutes. If it was any other person right now, he would have filled his head with the bullet to make him shit for the life. Jungkook burst into the laughter when he saw Jihoon getting scolded by his elder brother. Now he is not the only one feeling this pain. Namjoon just have to give the embarrassing smile to Jungkook. Otherwise, he would have hanged him upside down in the torture room. But his heart was content as he knew was about to enter in his life. Jihoon, why are you smiling? Asked Jin while collecting the broken pieces of bowl. But Namjoon just shook his hand. Nothing, Hyung. It's just I never had anyone this much close to scold me like this. If I had big brother, it would have been definitely like you. Jin hugged to Jihoon, who was looking so sad. Hey, it's okay. Just take me as your Hyung. Don't worry, Jihoon. And it was again proved. Every human is an emotional fool. and he is gonna use their foolishness to destroy them. Jin and Namjoon dropped Jungkook at his school and then headed to their college. Today they had to do the rehearsal for their upcoming project, and Jin was quite shocked to get to know that Jihoon was selected as the main lead, which was strange as he is a new transfer student, and Jin was more than happy for himself as he is also getting a lead role. But he got completely shocked when he saw the acting skills of the another. He really thought that the younger was living through his character. He felt goosebumps in his body when he saw the burning flame in Jihoon's eye. It was like that he was really the villain who is seeking for revenge. Meanwhile, something very new and different was folding. It literally happened first time in his whole life. He can't believe how his whole stand disappeared when it happened. He just could not hold his tears more and dropped down on the floor, crying harshly with tears flowing down from his face. He quickly wiped his tears and tried to suppress his cries by putting a hand over his mouth and deep breathing. When he heard the footsteps, no, how would he tell this to his brother? What would he think about him? He quickly stood on his feet and unlocked the door while running in the bathroom. He quickly started the tap when he realized that Jin came in the room, but it was a little earlier than usual. He just made himself calm after 5 minutes of deep breathing. He quickly washed his face and then headed outside, only to be a little surprised as he saw Namjoon pacing in the room back and forth. Jungkook looked here and there to sense the presence of his brother, but thankfully he was not there. Jihoon, what are you doing here? Asked Jungkook while trying to look away from the older, who grabbed his arms to turn him and looked directly in the eyes of younger. Why are you crying, Jungkook? No, Hyung, you are mistaken. Actually, I was just washing my face and just some soap bubble went into my eyes. I am not crying. Jungkook tried to conceal everything by laughing off at the situation, but he didn't know that how fake and painful is his laugh sounding that even a blind person can tell that something is wrong with him. Jungkook, you can tell me. I'm just like you, Hyung. I promise I won't tell anyone about this. You can count on me. At first, Jungkook was neglecting everything, but he lost when Namjoon threatened him that he will ask to Jungkook to talk to him. Jungkook cried and fell on his bed while saying everything whatever happened with him in this morning. Jungkook was roaming outside at his school's main gate as he was too much early and even the main gate was not open yet. He hated his brother so much for this. Just because he had to go earlier than usual, he dropped him this much early in front of his school. He decided to just visit the nearby area to kill the time. He got so much excited when he saw the bunny in front of him. He didn't even realize that when did he started to follow the bunny and came in the closed alley. He facepalmed himself when he lost the bunny out of his sight, and at the same time he realized that he came far away from his school. He quickly turned over to go but was stopped by a voice. Hey boy, what are you doing here? Some man yelled from the end of an alley to make Jungkook look back. Don't you know kids are forbidden to come here? 3 Hulk men came in his direction, which made Jungkook wrap his hands tightly on the strips of his backpack, feeling scared from those men. I'm sorry, sir. I just came here by mistake. I will go. Jungkook turned over his feet to just run away, but got startled when he felt a hand on the back of his shoulder. How can you go without paying a compensation, sir? Jungkook gulped thickly, feeling scared at the presence of the others. What are you saying? Jungkook's words stopped when the man forcefully took his backpack and threw that away. Hey, what are you? His breath hissed when he sensed the touch from them. He can't believe that he could not do anything in front of them. His whole body became numb. He can't believe what else could happen to him if that Ajushi didn't have come to save him. He is so grateful to that unknown man. He would surely pay him back. I never felt this much bad in my whole life. I just feel like corrupt. I hate this touch. I hate myself. Why I could not do anything? Why I could not fight for myself. Why? Jungkook cried at the shoulder of Namjoon, who pats his hand on the back of the younger with tears in his eyes, with a visible smirk on his face. My plan is working really well.